This is my backpack. Owning the backpack alone doesn't make it my backpack. What I keep inside is ultimately what makes it my backpack. In this video, we'll be taking a look inside this backpack and more to see what type of tech I carry on a day-to-day basis. Hi everyone, welcome to another Tech Talk with Samir, where I talk about anything and everything related to technology in my life. I've been working hard to improve the quality of these videos over time, so please subscribe to the channel and let's grow this thing together. A friend of mine recently started a podcast where she talks about ways to be more productive with the help of technology, amongst other things. In a couple of her recent episodes, she talks about items she carries on a day-to-day basis to ensure she could be productive no matter where she's working from. That inspired me to make this video to show what I carry on a day-to-day basis and talk about how each item helps me get through the day. I highly encourage you to check out my friend's podcast. It's called The Press Pod with Amreen Imam. I always love supporting my friends who are trying out new things. So that brings me to the items that I carry on a day-to-day basis. There's actually a term for these things. It's called everyday carry, or EDC for short. So if you hear me say that term over and over again throughout this video, you know what it stands for. Another thing to keep in mind is the distinction between my everyday carry and my tech travel bag. Some of the things that I travel with are not necessarily items that I carry regularly. To be honest, when it comes to my EDC, I only carry the absolute necessities and tend to leave all the excess stuff at home. I've seen many what's in my tech bag videos on YouTube, and I can promise you that anyone who's packing an insane amount of stuff in their bag likely isn't carrying all that stuff on a regular basis. Since I've already previewed the backpack, let's start off with that. It's a Herschel Pop Quiz backpack. Depending on the color combination and discounts, you can expect to spend around $50 to $100 for this backpack. It's made from a polyester material that feels very strong and sturdy. Although it's not advertised as water resistant, it can definitely protect your items from some small amount of rain thanks to the zippers being somewhat covered. The one I got is blue in color and has some tan accents in the bottom and top. And inside, it has Herschel's signature red and white lining. What I like most about this backpack is the simplicity. It mainly just has one large compartment along with a couple of small pockets in the front. The main compartment also has a padded laptop sleeve to keep your laptop or tablet protected. The simplicity of this backpack is the key driver in me being able to keep my EDC to the necessities. In the past, I used to carry a larger backpack with more compartments, but that just led me to carrying more stuff to fill those compartments. This backpack really makes me think twice before adding anything unnecessary into the backpack. Diving into the backpack, the main item I carry inside is my work laptop. Although in 2020 I've been working mostly from home, under normal circumstances the main purpose of my backpack is to help me carry my essentials from my home to work and back. Because of this, it's very important for me to make sure I've packed the laptop before leaving the house in the morning. Since I don't personally own this laptop, I won't talk much about it other than the fact that it's a Windows-based laptop that gets the job done for my specific role. The next important item I carry in my backpack is a USB battery bank. It's an absolute essential when you're on the go. I have the Anker PowerCore 10000. It's a 10,000 mAh battery bank with one USB port. I like this one mainly because of its size. Whenever I use it, I tend to keep both this and my phone in my pocket while it's charging. And if this was any bigger, it would likely not be very comfortable to put in my pocket. I keep a small Anker lightning cable plugged into the battery for easy access whenever I need to use the battery. The cable I use is from Anker's Powerline 2 series. I really like these cables because they have lifetime warranty. Naturally, that leads me to my phone. Although it's not something I keep in my backpack, it's one item that I never leave the house without. As you can probably already tell from the cable I'm using, I'm an iPhone user, specifically the iPhone 12. This is actually a fairly new addition to my everyday carry, and coming from an iPhone 7, it's been a drastically improved experience. I'm sure everyone can relate, but beyond being my communication device, my phone serves as my everyday camera, navigation device, and portable entertainment device amongst many other things. So I think it's fair to say that I'm likely not leaving the house without it. In my pockets, aside from the usuals like my phone, wallet, and keys, I keep one of my favorite items. It's the AirPods Pro. In my last video, I mentioned that I no longer use my Bose Quiet Comfort 35 headphones outside of the house, and the main reason for that are these AirPods. Initially, I was very skeptical about spending so much money on such a small device, but my sister was kind enough to get me one of these as a gift, and I've never looked back. Back when the world was a normal place, I used to commute to work using public transit, and the active noise cancelling on these are great for tuning out engine noise from loud vehicles. Perhaps my favorite feature on the AirPods Pro is the transparency frequency mode. It's a magical feature that lets in all the ambient noise to keep you engaged with anything happening around you. This makes it such that I can wear these while driving. Typically when driving, it's not a good idea to wear headphones, as it reduces your peripheral hearing abilities by a lot. But with these, it's nearly the same experience as having the audio come out of your car speakers. I can go on and on about how much I love these, and I could probably make a dedicated video just for that. On my wrist, I wear a Fitbit Versa Lite. It's not as feature-packed as an Apple Watch, but to be honest with you, from a smartwatch, I really only have a few requirements, and that's great battery life, sleep tracking abilities, and some notification capabilities. I love the insane battery life along with the amazing sleep insights feature that Fitbit has perfected over the years. More so than tracking activity, I use my Fitbit to track my sleep. It can also do simple notifications from my phone. I've tried using an Apple Watch in the past, but I just couldn't deal with the battery life, so I switched back to Fitbit pretty quickly. Going back to my backpack, I do keep a charging brick. I wanted one that would be compatible with all my devices. I came across this RAV Power 61 watt USB-C charger. Being 61 watts, it was more than capable of charging my laptop, and of course it can fast charge my phone as well. Given how tiny this thing is, it's amazing how much power this thing packs. Like literally. Like look at this thing. Forget laptop chargers, when it comes to the size, it's comparable to some phone chargers. You can even fold in the prongs to make it more compact for you to put it in your bag. They do have a 90 watt version of this with dual USB-C ports, and in hindsight, I probably should have gotten that one as it would have allowed me to charge two devices at the same time. As they say, hindsight is always 20/20. Come to think of it, in less than a month, hindsight will literally be 20/20. That day cannot come sooner. I think we can all agree that 2020 did not live up to all the hype. To pair with my charger, I keep two cables in my backpack. One USB-C to USB-C cable and one USB-C to Lightning cable. The USB-C to USB-C cable is a power delivery compatible one, and I use it to charge my laptop on the go. It's a fairly lengthy one in case the power outlet is not in an ideal place. As for the USB-C to Lightning, I'm just using the default one that came with my phone. For storage, I have a 1TB SanDisk Extreme portable SSD. Now I have no particular use for it in my day job, but I do keep it in my backpack as a backup for some of my ongoing personal projects. What I love about this one is that it's very thin and light, and it doesn't take up any significant space in my bag. Also, since it's a solid state drive, it doesn't have any moving parts in it, so I don't have to be too worried about getting it damaged if it gets thrown around a little bit. One final tech item I carry in my backpack is my Logitech MX Anywhere mouse. If you saw my last video, you know that I use my MX Master mouse at my desk. However, since that's a very large mouse, it's not ideal to carry around. This variant of the mouse is very tiny in comparison, which makes it perfect to use on the go. Another cool thing about this mouse is that it can be used on any surface, including glass surfaces. I guess that's why it's called MX Anywhere. Also, the battery on this thing lasts forever. In the 2 years that I've had this, I've only had to charge this a handful of times. Of course, my usage is fairly minimal, so your mileage may vary depending on your usage. Aside from these items, I just keep an umbrella, cause, you know, weather, and a pen and a Sharpie, along with a portfolio folder thingy in case I need to carry any papers for the day. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, this is truly what I carry every day, not just hypothetically. I like to keep it simple and only pack what I actually need. Let me know in the comments what type of tech you carry on a day-to-day basis. I'm always looking for ideas to use tech to improve different aspects of my life. Once again, if you haven't already, please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel to stay tuned for my upcoming content. As always, I'll be putting Amazon affiliate links for all the items I've mentioned in this video in the description. If you choose to buy anything using those links, I'll be getting a small commission from Amazon, which will help me bring you more content going forward. Stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.